Huh. Well, at least it's not shooting the water anymore.
Why? Because the matriarch herself.
Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed minder? Not so sure I ought to be speaking with you. If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogarth. That tall, stately building back yonder is his domicile.
Wasn't Hogarth one of Milver Street's key subjects? Doubt a Vigilant will sweeten to a corporate recruitment campaign, but I suppose it costs nothing to go and speak with him.
Do hate to come off impolite. If you're so inclined, we can pick this up later, after you two confabulate.
Community, purpose, time for recreation. We sleep well.
Word to the wise, despite what you might hear, we still consider ourselves part of the Protectorate. Anyone spots an outsider engaging in misdeeds might just open fire.
We take a moment to appreciate it all and thank the Sovereign.
Are the raw material for perfection.
I had a nightmare that the matriarch didn't gift us the paradigm, and we were left to scramble for perfect.
Greetings.
Recognized it as the perfect.
It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to Protectorate excellence, now a picturesque example of the evils of corporatism. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please let me offer you some victuals. Tut. I insist. Serving Unit 1. Something for the visitor at once?
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot forward, regardless of circumstance.
Can unbalance even the most robust ecosystem, like those nettlesome Rdeons, or the base individualists within Aunties' choice. Though don't fret, the system is resilient. The system abides.
Pshaw! I've no desire to speak of the current state of Fairfield, no less the Aunties' choice riffraff controlling it, or worse, any traitors who have flocked to their side. Why, I cannot fathom any of my people or I even contemplating defecting the Protectorate, let alone for that cesspool of inanity.
For now, just to offset any minor disruption.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment.
I have my own means of helping them, which you could aid me with if you so chose. Under Protectorate law, we are bound to inform you. Nobody needs go anywhere, not when we can still save Westport. We of the Protectorate endure as one, regardless of any hardships we must face. It'd have to be catastrophically obvious this place was doomed, and incontrovertibly beyond my means to save it, before I'd even consider such a recourse.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community.
When I look outside, I see people who are hardy and resilient, who trust the paradigm, who understand prosperity will return with time and group effort. I have the aid of key pillars of our community, several persons of note and good character who stand with and by me, and our town still functions. Our automechs are still running, mostly. We have a generator to power them, fresh water, the reassuring voice of everyone's neighbor Prudence wafts from our loudspeakers.
Of community led to terrible suffering. Poor dears didn't have the firm, benevolent hand of the Sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm affords us.
Mock me if you must, but the matriarch herself made greatness out of little. I have a brighter future in mind for Westport, one you can help with, in fact, rather than dwelling on dark maybes and scenarios of worst imagining. I believe something still can be done. This town can be saved, its people given a reprieve, were we to acquire the one thing vital to our existence: automech parts. What?
Comestibles served.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our mech programming. Among the vigilant, it is even considered something of a sport. We are not miracle workers, however. Without parts to work with, we've no hope of remaking our mechs to do tasks beyond their initial functions. We need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts.
The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex ecological network. To govern it, the matriarch working with and through the...
We are of like minds. We lack not the skill to do so. Our wily chief mechanist can reprogram the mech, but not without parts. Unfortunately, we lack ready availability of said parts.
Naturally, sometimes challenges do arise. We all know how invasive species can unbalance even
Oh, you failed to hear the loudspeakers on the way in? The announcement we're obliged to repeat incessantly. Well, allow me to paraphrase. Protectorate law finds us guilty of treason on account of letting Westport fall prey to Aunties' choice saboteurs.
the system abides. But now, more than ever, we must all do our part to maintain it. Keep doing your
These
job.
fine and decent folk don't deserve having their lives thrown away on account of my failures. If I can return the settlement to a reasonable facsimile of its previous glory, sufficiently functioning by employing mechs reprogrammed to repair and rebuild, the arbiters might see fit to penalize only me, commute the others' sentences, allow them to maintain things around here in the spirit of continuity and such.
Mental refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk falling prey to imperfect thoughts. Go now.
Hence my use of the term reasonable facsimile. I owe it to every single person here to try.
That you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage, and/or manipulative...
What sort of payment do you seek? Don't imagine we have much you need.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Enough to lead and inspire those who work there, once at least. I was previously the ranking vigilant on this island. Why do you ask?
Because the matriarch herself designed it, and the sovereign embodies and executes on it. Throughout history, human societies were constantly out of balance. Individuals
I don't know what an Earth Directorate is, and I thought we were past the need for being coy, but fine. I'll extend you my trust as a show of good faith. In exchange for the automech parts we need, I can provide you means to get inside. Never dream of such a proposal in days of reason and quietude. Yet such is the here and now we find ourselves in.
of contentment and plenty. We have community, purpose, time for recreation. We sleep well.
Wonderful. My unavoidable march to the gallows feels lighter already. At least now my subjects will have a fleeting chance. The parts can be found at the Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center to the south. But do not, under any circumstances, tell those stationed there why you need them. To get inside, you will need an access pass from the Ministry of Accuracy. Since we have all been marked as traitors, I cannot create one for you here.
The raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the...
Farewell now.
We're fighting this together.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it.
Hey, Commander. Could I have a word with you real quick? I hope you're not seriously considering helping the Protectorate here. I know these folks seem on the down and out, but we're as like to do more harm than good by siding with them. Right. Okay. Well, if we do as Milver Street's asked and convert the populace to Aunties' choice, they're more likely to get the care they need and not be sentenced to death. Milver Street also promised us a way into the Vox. Oh, and a ritzy hat. Man drives a hard bargain, if he can be trusted. Reviving Westport would anger some folks back in Fairfield, but there's no question the Vigilant could help us get into the Vox station a whole heck of a lot easier. Your heart's rightly placed, Commander, but past experience has taught me that sometimes helping causes more harm than good. That's all I'm getting at. Given the condition of this place, I'd assume no shortage of willing spirits eager for a way out. But then, reason's sometimes hard to come by with the Protectorate. Before you make a decision one way or the other, let's ask around. See what the residents have to say. No use trying to lift up those attached to the muck.
Well, it's infected. You walked in here under your own steam and appear reasonably free of cuts, burns, or weeping lesions. So, I assume you're presently devoid of mortiferous injuries. Good. Because we've got more of that than we can handle. You haven't heard? When Aunties invaded, they broke the seawall. Flooded nearly half the town below, where most of the domiciles were. A number of our subjects drowned. Others got concussed, or even crushed. A few were electrocuted or exposed to caustics. Took a while for our water purifier to catch up, so some drank tainted water, which is not good for you at all. I'm glad it's working again. Oh, we've all heard about Auntie's Choice grafting labs. Only cost you an arm and a leg. Oh, so I could profit greatly from the suffering of others, could I? No, thank you. Our way is to help those in need, so that we may all succeed together. The Protectorate provides assistance and guidance. We face tough times, sure, but the paradigm charts us a way through them. Each of us has a vital part to play. If we remain resolute, we'll have harmony and luxury. And that, my friend, is the truth of the matter. I am acutely aware of Westport's current misfortunes. To suggest otherwise to someone presently engaged in a 72-hour medical shift is callow and demeaning. That's so. I trust the paradigm. I mean, these individualists have disrupted things. No use arguing that. But the system is resilient. The system endures. The system abides. Hope? I mean, that man has enough to spare, so he can share it freely with the rest of us. So, we persist. We endure. Times are tough, but I'm able to hold the line here. For now. Speaking of, I have patients to tend to. I'd best get back to it. If you've got any medical supplies to spare, please do consider donating them. See you when I see you.
Prudence dictates we maintain sufficient
Of course, it's
zeal
part.
at all
Stay
times.
true, outsider.
Outsider?
Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of perfect symmetry.
Right now, the paradigm needs our houses. Prudence dictates we leave the burden of thought to our betters.
Stranger?
Recreation. We sleep well at night.
Word on the wireless is that Auntie's choice is years behind us sociologically. So they started the war.
This unit beautifully acknowledges your presence.
You've returned.
The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent a fascinating complex ecological network. The matriarch working with devised the paradigm, a meticulously naturally, sometimes challenges do arise. Individualists within
Good morning. Good afternoon. Good night.
The system abides, but now, more than ever, we must all do our part to maintain it. Keep doing your job with pride. Keep informing on your neighbors. Same as ever. But prudence dictates we give it a little extra added zeal for now.
How empty are the lives of Auntie subjects that they need to rely on consumerism to find meaning?
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment.
Trust the plan. To inform on a neighbor is a blessing, the system
Prudence says. I'm still waiting for a few thank yous.
Under protectorate law, we are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage, and manipulative indoctrination.
Human societies were constantly.
I inhale. Sometimes I
I
fear
reject
I may be
imperfect thoughts in
succumbing
all
to
their forms. All thoughts of any kind.
Prudence dictates that we watch our neighbors, but I may just invite him over to make it easier.
Affords us a perfect life of contentment.
The wireless said that flooding.
Prudence dictates we cherish
Is missing
our
my
community.
favorite automech an imperfect thought?
We sleep well.
Think it is.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex ecological network. To govern it, the matriarch.
Literally everything I own is underwater.
Almost missed. Don't suppose you checked in with Vigilant Hogarth yet, eh? Oh, glad to hear. Probably sprung an important task on you afterwards, I'd wager. I mentioned to the Vigilant how I'd reset my chef mech to prepare meals to my liking. Next thing you know, he puts me in charge of repairing all the mechs in Westport.
Like those nettlesome Rdeons, or the base individualists within Aunties' choice. Though don't fret, the system is.
I mean, sure. All the underlying logic's the same if you mull it over. I've been trained to run them big algae processing units, which are a fair amount more complex. It's just, subjects are expected to mind their assigned area and particular forte. So I was a mite taken aback. But I am happy to help the system abide any way I am able.
Just to offset any minor disruption.
Gray gone astray? Book a stay today. Are you mentally refreshed?
Curativist Row is a fine sword, pillar of our community. Might impatient, sure, but with how busy she is, we'd all do well to respect her time. Watch out for that wine-trot fellow. Talk your ear off if you let him. Kinda lonesome, but doesn't let anybody near his place for some reason. Even before the flooding. Everybody else? Decent enough, I guess. Not to indulge in idle talk, but things have been different around here of late. Not at all overwhelmed or terrified of dying, though, of course. The system abides.
Everyone knows the paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle of social order. Why? Because the matriarch herself designed.
Much to do, truly. Toughest challenge now is upkeep of key apparatus. If that generator goes, for instance, doubt I have means to fix it. We lose power to charge our mechs, this place is done for. Final nail in the coffin, or similarly minded metaphor of your choosing. Not that the paradigm would allow that, of course.
Of the sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury.
Even if I did ever fall prey to such treacherous whimsy, you think I'd be fool-headed enough to admit it to a stranger? Look like I've been kicked by an automech or something? I mean, void damn. Vigilant Hogarth's still here. No matter how bad it gets, keeps us going. Keeps us right. Folks like him prove the paradigm is aligned with the Architect's plan. Just gotta trust the rightful guidance of the Vigilance and the Sovereign.
Appreciate it all. And thank the sovereign.
Think I care more about remuneration than helping my neighbor? Nah, I'd rather live in an honest-to-goodness community than be surrounded by them individualist backstabbers. Sure feel sorry for them. Maybe someday after we, well, utterly crush their forces and disprove their bent philosophy, we can show them all a right, better way to live.
Because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The
Outsider.
and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and
I know I've been pushing to find DeVries, so this might seem a bit of a left turn. Avoid it. I'm just gonna ask. Got an old friend here on the island. The doctor who patched me up after Horizon Point. Ex-protectorate, a good man. Given what we heard of Westport's troubles from Milver Street, I'd appreciate checking in on him. Briefly, of course.
glorious bounty for all. Naturally, sometimes challenges do arise. We all know how invasive species can unbalance even the most robust ecosystem, like those nettlesome Rdeons, or
Legs bother me a bit, but no more than usual. Anyway, that's not the reason I'm asking the visit. I had some bad years on my own. Now with you here being part of a team, this might sound a mite soppy, but I feel like I could be a proper agent again. That starts with writing accounts. This friend of mine, Zebulon Tran, I let him down. And I've been chewing on that live wire for a while. Too long, maybe.
just to offset any minor disruption.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal?
After I recovered from Horizon Point, Zeb and I ran together for a spell, doing what we could to help folks in difficult spots. Fighting protectorate tyranny in small ways. Too small for Zeb, as it turned out. He was unhappy before I showed up, and after, well, all my directorate talk fired him up even more. I had my orders. I was to stay low. Couldn't let the protectorate catch wind of an Earth Directorate agent in its midst. But Zeb, he kept pushing to take more extreme action.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Everyone knows the
Resistance is a mite strong. Wasn't like he was part of some greater movement. He avoided speaking out of line, but he was already spinning up discontent by the time we met.
embodies and executes on it. Throughout history, human societies were constantly out of balance. Individualism ran rampant.
We worked hard, but the Protectorate's arbiters and sentinels worked harder. Often than not, our help only made targets of the folks whose lives we were trying to improve. Didn't matter what we did. Arcadia was still caught under the Protectorate's boot.
We all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm affords us. A perfect life of contentment and plenty. We have community, purpose, time for recreation. We sleep well at night.
What about my duty to the people? Or did Horizon Point's destruction blow up your sense of good and right too? Anyway, things weren't good. Zeb and I couldn't find the rhythm we had before. We were arguing every day. Eventually, cutting ties just seemed for the best. Clean like. Only later I learned Zeb hadn't given up the struggle like I assumed he would. He got to stay in mental refreshment for his trouble. That's the last I heard of him. Till recent.
To the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect
Much appreciated, Commander. Promise, I won't be making a habit of pulling skeletons out of my closet.
atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent a fascinating complex ecological
Can't wait, Commander. At least until we talk with Zeb.
matriarch working with and through the sovereign devised the paradigm.
Sure, always happy to.
Marvel where, if each of us does our part,
Initializing socialization. How may this unit assist you, Commander?
sometimes challenges do arise. We all know how invasive species ecosystem, like those nettlesome Rdeons, or
The matriarch appeared right out of the aether, just as I imagine our proud sentinels do. Like, here I am, your innermost thoughts are known to me, and nobody once hears from you again. Caught me reciting passages from a beacon to the cosmos, illustrating my steadfast fidelity. All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign. That part always hits me directly. To quote my personal log, an essential passage, rightful and true. Charlton Weintraut.
Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk falling prey to imperfect thoughts. Go now.
Oh, it's that, homespun metaphor. The protectorate as a happy, attentive family, the sovereign smiling beneficently at the head of the table, all such, so forth and the like.
Insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage, and/or manipulative indoctrinatory falsity.
Say, you are every bit you seem, yes? Thoroughly on the up and up and in no way a hidden agent? It is widely known that a sentinel is required to stand revealed before rendering judgment. Why, a plot point about that featured prominently in the latest episode of I, Red Cloak.
Of course you believe everything on the Aether Wave. I guess it would be stranger if you didn't swallow the propaganda, even if it does take some heavy dramatic license.
Throughout history, human societies were constantly out of balance. Individualism ran rampant. Depletion of resources and lack of community led to terrible suffering. Poor dears didn't have the firm, benevolent hand of the Sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm affords us.
Well, you appear to be far more fluent with Sentinel procedure than I. Veiled implication understood. If you'll excuse me, I best return to my work tasks. If you were a Sentinel, or in some Sentinel-adjacent role, I'd of course be honored to have you inspect my belongings. Unfortunately, my house is currently besieged by Crabbles. In any case, back to it.
The Sovereign.
Ah, the Outlander I spoke with before. What brings you back around? Did I? Not again. Oh, this? It's a birthmark, skin condition, both, about which I am rather sensitive, thank you very kindly.
We're all in this together.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized
Again, are you sure you are no kind of heretofore unrevealed hidden agent? Because I have the distinct feeling you possess some unknown agenda, yet am unclear to the whys and wherefores surrounding it. In short, I remain somewhat confounded.
matriarch working with and through the Sovereign devised the paradigm, a meticulous
Say now, no need to get tough. You saw through my ruse, fine. Others in Westport fail to perceive my true nature. I am hardly one of the herd around here. A reference you'll no doubt recognize from those keen Aunties choice commercials.
even the most robust ecosystem, like those nettlesome Rdeons, or the base individualists within Aunties' choice. Though don't fret, the system is resilient.
I am not familiar, though that does sound like one of their products. I refer to the ones for Purple Berry Crunch brand cereal. You likely guessed their influence right off, what with my assertive attitude and all. I laugh at danger. I hand make my own luck. That character is a revelation. You and I are just like him. Get up and go-getters. Say, did Auntie's Choice send you here? Don't fret, I am exceedingly skilled at keeping secrets.
Gray gone astray? Book a stay today. Are you mentally refreshed?
You cannot hide the truth from me, for I am too savvy. Now, do tell, what is the latest word from the field?
Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage, and/or manipulative indoctrinatory falsity.
Really? What was he like? Bold? Assertive? With a wildly obstreperous theatrical air?
Envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
An audacious proposal. Yet this place, despite its recent humidity, remains comfortable and familiar.
The pinnacle of social order. Why? Because the matriarch herself designed it, and the sovereign embodies and executes on it. Throughout history, human societies were constantly out of balance. Individualism ran rampant.
Hate to dash everyone's hopes. Suppose I am still part of the herd.
Suffering. Poor dears didn't have the firm, benevolent hand of the sovereign to guide them. Here on
Of course. Toodaloo.
enjoy the full love.
Prey to imperfect thoughts? Go now.
This is DB Milner Street of Fairfield with a special one-time free offer for all
These ads are like
Recreant locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense
The
against
wireless said that flooding Westport is routine maintenance to remove the dust.
Of the sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden, we all enjoy this.
Don't know what we'd do if we didn't have you and the Vigilant looking out for us. Hard to say, so before must say I do look forward to meal. You have enough. Took a while for our water pure. All right. Yes? Help you with anything? All right.
Outsider, you have your orders. The Vox relay awaits. Do remember what I asked of you.
The matriarch chose the native. And fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex devised the paradigm, a meticulously designed marvel where, if each of us does our part, produces glorious bounty. Naturally, sometimes challenges do arise. We all know how invasive species can unbalance even the most robust ecosystem, like those nettlesome Rdeons, or the base individualists within Aunties' choice. So don't fret, the system is resilient. Now, more than ever, we
This unit's current work task takes priority over conversation. Farewell.
Insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage.
I certainly don't want to sound like I'm questioning
falsity.
Hey there, go-getter. Ah, so nice to see you again. Of course. Hey there, go-getter.
Envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community.
I'm very curious how the town is going to function without the generator.
I was sad.
Stranger?
Outsider, you have your orders. The Vox relay awaits.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Or good night.
Resources and lack of community led to terrible suffering. Poor dears didn't have the firm benevolence.
You have... Why, you got a right serious look in your eye. What happened? No, that's not... That's what that sound was? It exploded. Been trying not to fret unduly after every random little kaboom around here. Didn't realize it... That's it, I'm afraid. Just a matter of time before these automechs run out of power. Then it's good night, Westport. Whatever are all of us gonna do now? Nothing more I can do here, that's for sure. If it weren't for Vigilant Hogarth, I do believe I'd scupper off to... Well, you know where. Yeah. You convince him, I'm in. But I owe him enough I wouldn't abandon him for nothing. Fairfield, here we come. I mean, once the Vigilance...
May the Sovereign guide you. To inform on a neighbor is a blessing, Prudence says. I'm still waiting for you, thank you.
Outsider, you have your orders. The Vox relay awaits. Do remember,
The sovereign. Produces glorious bounty for all. Naturally,
Hey there, go. Ah, so nice to see you again. With a full case, I might gorge upon such sweet goodness morning, noon, and night. All right, hand it over. Oh, but what would Vigilant Hogarth say? What would everyone say? I can scarcely imagine it. Abandoning my community only to satisfy my gastronomical urges and risk-taking attitude. No, I couldn't leave unless Hogarth ordered everyone to go.
Doing your job with pride. Keep informing on your neighbors. Same as ever. But prudence dictates we give it a little extra added zeal for now, just to offset...
Have they? Well then, Vigilant Hogarth should be a breeze for you to persuade. Though I can't recall anyone ever changing his mind about anything. Always a first time, maybe.
Refreshment centers are there to help you.
Hello again. Have you spoken to Vigilant Hogarth yet? Did he give permission for me to leave? Of course.
Try not to think. It'll only make you unhappy.
We are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality.
This is DB Milver Street of Fairfield with a special one-time free offer for all
Hello again. Have you spoken? Of course.
What do I provide? Information. Did you know that at Aunties Choice, we don't receive...
That endless yattering is more insipid. You have your orders. The Vox relay awaits. Do remember what I asked of you.
Choose any vocation they like and change occupations at the slightest of...
What utter nonsense. How can you say that? Now, when I have automech parts in hand. No, your timing is absurd. Your wit, witless. Do tend to differ. Seems to me we're persevering. Demonstrating a mixture of aplomb, grit, and tenacity even. Last I checked, our infrastructure is still plugging away, and our people are too. Tell me what you... Excuse me, but that cacophony emanating from our loudspeakers can drive one to distraction. That is concerning. Perhaps somehow we could still tough things out, though, with only a modicum of suffering. Oh, I would love to argue that this is not the case, but I fear you are correct. This war, this devastation, it can't be denied they've taken their toll. Ultimately, I regard their well-being above all, but the joke is on you, really. And them, I suppose. Don't you see? We're all traitors. I no longer hold any authority over anyone. But if they still wish my blessing, it is theirs. My former subjects are free to live an empty life with Auntie's choice. I'll make an announcement. Order them to depart for Fairfield. But I will be staying. Should I? Haven't I failed them enough for one lifetime? No. I will stay here and loyally await the judgment I richly deserve.
Introducing Aunties' new line of specialty drinks for the discerning consumer. Anti-Fizzos.
Say, hold up there, friend. Watch out. That way's a minefield.
Adherents are expected to hold firm to the end. Such is the degree of our devotion.
That's the sound of me throwing caution to the wind. While the herd wait for permission, I see my opportunity and take it. I hand make my own luck.
What's their secret? I wish I could be more like them.
Don't follow.
Oh, come now. I am a vigilant of the Protectorate. I have endured untold hardships, countless battles. What's a little avatar? Oh, it never stops. The tumult of duplicitous lies. You're right. I can't withstand this inane onslaught much longer alone. At least in Fairfield, I'll have company in adversity. Unsure how I'll endure such an empty existence. Perhaps, if I offer my old subjects periodic advice, our sense of community may somehow, despite the wiles of commercialism, remain. All right, then. Suppose it's time to make my announcement.
Listen to your hearts. Come to Fairfield, bastion of the weary, and join the winning side. I shall await you with open arms.
Attention, everyone. Attention. I, Vigilant Ogden Hogarth, hereby do order all subjects under my command. Attention, everyone. Attention. I, Vigilant Ogden Hogarth, hereby do order all subjects safely and together to abandon the settlement of
You
Westport.
returned.
At the earliest possible
Hope I don't get assigned to a grafting lab in Fairfield. Don't want to have to transplant a Rdeon head onto some poor so-and-so's body.
You are to appeal to local authorities.
Hope I don't get assigned to a grafting lab in Fairfield.
With Aunties' choice. And cannot be countermanded. Now see your preparations.
I look forward to a new life of audacious self-determination and unregulated consumption of sugary sweets.
What do you think it'll be like in Fairfield?
You can't spell heinous ascetic without Auntie's choice.
Sometimes I get the feeling we're not welcome here. Like the protectorate folks resent us liberating them.
People think I got ejected from the saloon because I'm 3 sheets to the wind. Well, maybe I am drunk. Drunk on bold ideas.
You've lifted my spirits right out of their doldrums. Our new guests have just arrived. Here, a considerable reward for your considerable efforts. From the hushed grumblings of the refugees, I've gathered that you, perhaps aided Westport's departure into inhospitability. Sometimes the harshest moves are the most necessary. I've two minds about the convertees. Anyone with eyes can see they need guidance, but a pernicious system is not easily abandoned. Have you any thoughts? Trust will take time to build. Time and patience. But that is an investment I am ready to make. You've given me a great deal to think about. I am in your debt. I cannot overstate what a capital compatriot you've been, my friend. Now be off. I've many refugees to see to. I believe Vigilant Hogarth mentioned he presented you with a writ of conscription that should ease your entrance. I believe that should be more than sufficient. Now, should you ever find yourself visiting the ACS Undisputed Claim, do come see me. I've no doubt that when we next meet, I'll have risen 6 ranks, at least. Farewell! What? But you... Oh, fie. Here are some bits for your trouble. Now, off with you. Greetings again. You have my undivided attention. What's on your mind?